Hello and welcome. My name is Marshall, and here today are with me Anton, Kyle, Lawrence, and Nayab. Today we'll be reporting our findings on our localized research on behalf of Cumberland City Council, intending to support local business growth and the continued success of the council. Please write down any questions and queries that you may have at the end of the presentation. Next up will be Kyle discussing the framework and data collected.
Thanks, Marshall. Our framework was simple. We conducted a literature review. This enabled us to get an understanding for many types of issues facing modern town centres. We then conducted our in-person interviews, gaining valuable data and insight. Finally, we performed an analysis on all of our collected data. This helped us to focus our research on a key focal point. What do local businesses need to survive and to succeed? The SMEs took pride in their responses, hoping that Cumberland City Council would see them and work towards alleviating their concerns. Over to Anton to discuss our literature review.
Thanks, Kyle. With our literature review, we wanted to establish a broad knowledge base to understand how town centres around the world went about accomplishing the goal of increasing the success of local businesses. As such, we have broken down the review into 5 smaller yet equally important data sets to help identify what Cumberland City Council could feasibly do to continue its success. High Street on a global scale, how a neighbouring LGA stacks up, how technology is changing town centres globally, the strategic growth of Cumberland City Council and where we'll be in a few years, how is Sydney growing overall, how to accommodate the population growth. And now over to Lawrence to discuss our research.
Great work, Anton. As a group, we understand the directive of the council to be an informative one, a local project aimed at keeping local businesses and residents happy, exploring their choice to live and or work in Cumberland's LGA. The advantages of securing our data directly from the SMEs meant that we had an unfiltered, thoughtful response from the interviewees. Many were happy to partake in the interviews, and they did so with gratification. Our research shows that there are many small, thriving local businesses within Cumberland City Council. Additionally, we found that many local businesses enjoy the support and success of others. There is far less of a crab mentality and more of a we can all grow together mentality. We found that many of the businesses were grouped to support each other. For example, a car wash in close proximity to a car dealership, as well as a car rental agency. A childcare centre for local employees to have somewhere for their children to be watched over, and so on. The research has additionally highlighted key data. In the construction of successful town centres, ease of access and ease of parking are 2 paramount factors. This point is reflected in the statements made by our interviewees, where over half of all respondents point to an issue with or relating to parking or road cleanliness. These businesses take pride in their work and their workplace. It upsets them a great deal when their roads aren't clean and customers don't have a place to park. Many respondents noted the lack of safety around their workplaces, especially after dark. Some respondents argued that the lack of visibility at night was a major risk, while another pointed to a break-in that had occurred, which received no follow-up from local police, even when CCTV footage was offered. When conducting our research on town centres, a common trend arose. Most councils say that we listen and care. These words are good, but following through on these promises is of paramount importance in keeping the trust of local residents and businesses. This issue was unfortunately prevalent with a number of our businesses. Some stated that the council promised an updated facade and streetscapes just off Parramatta Road. However, no work had commenced. And finally, Nayab will present our recommendations and conclude this presentation.
Thanks for that, Lawrence. To conclude, the data we gained through our interviews established key recommendations for the council's consideration. These recommendations include increasing CCTV cameras and lighting in and around Parramatta Road. Safety was a noted risk for many businesses near the main road. Work with local police departments to ensure follow-ups and engagement should increase when required. Assisting the local schools in establishing a car park on school grounds, ensuring that schools have adequate parking for teachers and allowing customers to park instead. We recommend that Cumberland City Council understands what is needed for SMEs to help them achieve success. The data collected showed that parking and safety were major concerns for local businesses. Parramatta Road is also the central arterial road that supplies all these businesses one way or another. Each of these SMEs use Parramatta Road to deliver to customers when necessary. The data gathered included many resources such as the council's website, research papers, interviews conducted, and articles on successful global town centers. We analyzed this information by comparing the answers we received, allowing the group to establish key outcomes that these businesses wanted to see. Unfortunately, our allocated area did not have that many SMEs to interview. We would have enjoyed speaking to more businesses to gather a multitude of responses to present higher quality data. The analysis of our reports illustrated that each respondent has a level of pride in their workplace and neighborhood. We are convinced that locals wish to see the councils become more enthusiastic about these areas. This brief embarks us with the journey of what Cumberland City Council needs to do to support its current upcoming SMEs while ensuring sustained growth and development for local businesses. We are confident that these data points have been addressed and validated. Upon conclusion of our presentation, we wish to thank you for your time today and would like to answer any questions that you may have.